Hi, this is Kerry Artak with Wicked Stocks, bringing you your daily Tesla report for Friday, March 20th, 2026. Let's take a look at the charts. I'll start with the weekly chart showing heaviness, longer-term sell signal that's been in play now for the last 4 weeks below the 423.54 channel bottom, expecting ultimately over the next couple of months 331.25 and climbing on a weekly basis as an objective. I don't see this market reversing through April and into May unless we can then also close back above 429.02, and neither of which is going to happen today. Let's jump into, let me continue with this whole idea that the 356.54 level is, I think, we could actually see this by the end of next week with what's playing out presently. But we'll call this like a 3 to 5 week target, 331.25, a 2-month target roughly. On the way down, 356.54, a 50% downside retracement from that April low of last year against that more recent high last December. Can contain weekly selling pressures. It lines up nicely with this old high area. And so inside of all this, we do have a descending channel bottom at 371.05. Now, maybe you're saying to yourself, what happened to 374.90? Actually, 374.90 should be right here. We have 374.09. I'm not quite sure why. But this is an old channel that we have traded both sides of. And I've been giving it kind of session containment, able to contain daily lows on the way down. But no, we're now deferring, if you will, to this descending channel bottom at 371.05. I think that is a much better chance of containing selling pressures for the day. In fact, you can see here, we gapped below, closed below 390.12. This is a 3/8 Fibonacci that had been roughly holding the market for the last month and a half, spiking below it, but never closing below it. So on Thursday, not only did we open, but we also closed below it, setting off a secondary sell signal that is now expected over the next 3 to 5 days, possibly today, to yield the 371.05 descending channel bottom. I do think if you went short or are short now following the settlement or even the open on Thursday below 390.12, you can cover that short position or at least some of it at 371.05. If we close today below 371.05, expect a test Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week of this 356.54, a 50% downside retracement level that we have on the weekly chart once again right here. And of course, if by the end of next week we close below 356.54, we should the very following week test this long-awaited 331.25 level. I mentioned it as a 2 to 3 month target a month ago, and it still might actually play out inside of 2 months, where at 331.25 we can bottom out through the second quarter, quite possibly through the rest of the year, and round up from there.
If you're finding value in this analysis, it's only a glimpse of what we offer. Your real trading edge starts at wickedstocks.com. Each week, premium members receive 2 high-probability stock picks. Each one comes with a complete trade plan, including exact entry, profit target, stop loss, and regular updates so you can manage the trade with confidence. You'll also get daily video analysis in the top traded markets, the SPY, the Triple Q, and NVDA, highlighting the key price levels, trends, and trade setups we're focused on. Whether you're day trading or swing trading, these insights help you zero in on the highest quality opportunities with clarity.
Start your 2-week free trial and trade with clarity from day one.
Let's take a look at the upside right now. We do have 397.45, so we've got 2 session containment levels back to back. What I'm saying here is if we close back above 390.12, that does neutralize, at least into next week, expectations for 371.05. But I don't see this momentum short term, that is to say through next week, reversing entirely unless we can also close above 397.45. And if for whatever reason, and it could happen today, if we close above 397.45, that is a reversal. That is a go with buy signal through next week. I would expect 407.82 within a few days. I would expect the 423.54 to 428.64 region within 1 to 2 weeks at the most. It could be a high volatility 1-week rally. It could also be the better part of 2 weeks. But either way, closing above 397.45, we have a near-term buy signal. Over the next week or two, expect the 420s, that 420 423.54 to 428.64 area. On the weekly chart, 423.54 to 429.02, where the market can be sold through April into May, and below which, or once tested, we can round back to 331.25. If over the next few weeks we happen to close above 429.02, we have a significant buy signal that is longer term in scope, expecting ultimately within 3 to 5 months 537 even, and within a couple of months we could see the 495.94 area. And we'll be nuancing this and presenting it every single day here at Wicked Stocks YouTube channel. So daily Tesla report. I do want to mention that on Thursday we put out a stock pick on Dell. That doesn't mean you should run off and buy Dell. It has not yet met the qualifications for the buy signal, but it is close. And so we present all those criteria on our wickedstocks.com website. You've got a 14-day free trial if you sign up for our free trial. You also get your daily NVDA report, daily SPY, daily Triple Q, weekly Apple, weekly NASDAQ 100, S&P 500, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So take advantage of that 14-day free trial and go to wickedstocks.com. That is all. I'll be back Sunday afternoon with Monday's Tesla report. You have a great weekend.